Hello everyone and welcome to TSW2 or Train Sim World's 2 London Commuter Line. Yes, that is right. I finally made the plunge and bought this DLC while it was on sale at a 45% discount, so €16.49. I usually don't buy Train Sim World 2 add-ons, however the London Commuter is actually a line I've travelled on many times and one I am familiar with, so it was one that I naturally thought I should buy. It also has quite a long route with over 80 kilometers of train line, which is basically longer than most DLCs. I am still a bit annoyed that it was split from Rush Hour because the 3 add-ons for €30 would have been good, but again, they increased the price, increased it again. That's on discount now, it's €37, and well, I'm not really that interested in the 2 add-ons to be willing to basically pay the extra double price compared to this. So anyway, that aside, let's get into it. So I thought we'd do some scenarios, because I never really do the scenarios, and probably it's more interesting that way. So today we're going from London Victoria to Brighton, and we're driving this Gatwick Express service from London Victoria to Brighton. So let's begin. It looks like it's dark, but it's actually so here we are in our train, the Gatwick Express. Now I usually use the Southern service. Obviously the Gatwick Express service is like £20. Yeah, so that kind of thing. Trains in London do be expensive, but that's because they're quite fast, I guess. So here is our train. Is she started up? Oh, she started up, so I don't have to do anything. Unlock the doors, so we unlock the right doors. I just need to remember what button it was. There we go. Right doors unlocked. Oh, sorry, man. But it is the right doors I need to unlock. Why have they not unlocked though? Yeah, I'm just trying to think, because I think the train started up. I don't think I need to... Oh, I do have to start the train up. Never mind, that makes sense. There you go, master key on. So yeah, for some reason, because this thing usually is not lit up, I don't think, so that's why I thought it's not on. Never mind. What's not on is my lack of knowledge of what's going on here. So S, yes, I did the tutorial, so I know how to use this. Oh, the doors are unlocked now, fine. Now, see, this is the thing, this is already on, isn't it? I think, because this is now confusing me, because why is this on? Because this usually turns on when you wait until 8:43. So let's close the doors anyway. Warning, the doors are now closing. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Is that the platform? Bloody hell, look at that. Oh wait, maybe that's the... That is, yeah. Not very mobility friendly, that's for sure. We got lost on the platform. Now this is the thing. I'm not sure if this train is ready to go. Because... Okay, let's just turn on the... Yeah, we're gonna be late. Flip, we're meant to leave at 8:43. AC system. No, not the AC system. It's the... Okay, fine. I'll put the reverser to forward and hope this is... Yep, fine. Okay, yeah. See, that's strange. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because we're not pulling... No, you only have to set up the AC units when you're pulling dead from the depot. That makes sense. Here it's just like switching driver. That's handy though, because less paperwork. Well, I say paperwork, less just extra stuff for us to do. But yeah, leaving London Victoria. London Victoria Station looks fairly accurate, I think. You know, from what I recall, they've done a decent job of it. You know, it's a fair representation. Now, is there a red signal? They're a bit under speed, but the next station is Gatwick Station. Okay, so that will be about from 8:10. So yeah, that's about 27 minutes. It is fast indeed. We're gonna get some good speed going on this. But yeah, it's this line is in Train Simulator 2022. What I find interesting is a lot. I think also we're using the third rail here. Someone who knows more about trains can let us know what exactly the third rail does. Let me put up. See, my master volume is very low, so I'm not actually sure if the train volume is too low. I apologize if that's the case. But anyway, what I was going to say is that this is in Train Simulator World 2, and actually a lot of the add-ons that are in Train Sim World 2 are in Train Simulator 2020. Did I say Train Sim World 2022? I meant Train Sim World... Yeah, sorry, I'm mixing up the names here. I meant Train Simulator 2022. Because, like, for instance, the roast lines there, but things a different train. So I wonder if they just reuse the objects, because I think Rivet Games also makes DLCs for this and for this. But I think this was made with DTG, I want to say. I'm not too sure. Power brake P4. Yes, increase the power. This is a Gatwick Express service to Brighton. Didn't know this goes all the way to Brighton. I thought just direct from London Victoria to Brighton. But what are people, is that that many people travelling from Gatwick to London Victoria, I mean, I guess it is a city centre. The other thing is now, I wonder how profitable this line is considering, obviously, with the pandemic. I don't know, actually in England the restrictions are rather reduced, but then there has been ban on internet. Well, some countries in Europe have banned people from the UK coming into the country, which might impact the number of people travelling about. Where's the bell? What's the bell? Because usually, whenever here in Ireland, whenever the trains pass, they honk the bell, So I wonder if we have to do that as well here. But yeah, I'm liking this add-on. It does have a London vibe. The stations have the London vibe. They're kind of like, because obviously some of these stations are very old. So yeah, I've actually done this whole line, well, using the normal one. I've done the Sunderland one. I'm not sure if this might take a more direct route, because I heard something about there being a slower version. Yeah, I think that might be a good screenshot. It's one of those lines would be nice to ride as a passenger. Just because you can't really see the scenery here because this whole thing blocks everything. Another way, it's a bit. Oh, I'm under speed. Let's be slightly over the speed. Oh, I need to stop. There's an orange signal. That means prepare to stop, doesn't it? I think. Yeah, watch out at these signals. I'm not sure now with the signals because orange is like prepare to stop. So do I just Wow, this is one long train. They probably just cut the carriages on these. Oh, still orange. So am I meant to prepare to stop or do I just keep going? Yeah, because there's another orange signal. Usually it's an orange signal followed by a red signal. Okay, well, we're still at 15. I think that's miles per hour. Yeah, miles per hour. So that's like 90 kilometers an hour. I know. We will probably end up being late at the station because yeah. See, this is the thing about being a train driver. It is actually quite stressful because people think, oh yeah, it's just pull this lever, but then there's lots of signals you have to abide by, and obviously management wise, it's a lot harder to manage in the road system, or even sometimes air traffic because obviously the rails are shared. So yeah, it's not as easy. Okay. Yeah, why are the lights orange? Someone tell me. Double orange light. Someone actually told me what all these signals mean. Okay, well look, these lights are clearly going to be orange the whole way through, so I'm not just going to wasting time going under speed because obviously that's going to affect our schedule. And I wonder how many scenarios there is in this. There's apparently a new scenario planner coming out for Train Sim World 2, which maybe is a good thing. I guess. Or was that already there? I don't know, but yeah. I've never really been too much of a scenario person myself, but I think it's orange because they might turn red, yeah, because obviously this line is heavily populated. The acceleration on this is not very fast, and also the emergency brake's not very fast because you're doing a tutorial and it does take a while for it to actually stop. Yeah, these signals are making me nervous because obviously if you pass the red signal, the scenario fails. I'm like, I don't want to have to restart the scenario. No, thank you. Yeah, I haven't actually bought many DLCs or many things on Steam this year, so I was like, you know what, fine, I'll just buy this because it's probably one of the few lines of Train Sim World 2 that I actually have been on, so I might as well make the plunge. Green signal. Okay, I'm just gonna. There we go. There was one green signal. That is it. Lovely. Yeah, it's actually mad when you're at the station. Just see these trains zooming past. It's like, it's quite something, I guess. Yeah, just give me a moment here. I'll be muted for like. Well, I'll say muted. Just not gonna be talking for like 2 seconds. Okay. Oh, well, we're still accelerating. The acceleration. This is very slow. I thought we were in the brake position. But yeah. Wow. Oh, phew! For a second, it looked like we were like on collision course with that train. The Southern service. The Southern service is actually run by Gatwick. Apparently, at one point, the Southern just had a terrible. I think they were known to have a terrible service at one point, like one of the worst services in Britain. I don't know where I heard this, but I'm not sure if that's still the case. But yeah, they did have well, yeah, the reputation wasn't great to say the least. I'm not sure if that's changed since. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I don't know. Someone can let us know. Oh, why did I? Yes, it didn't matter. Whenever we're driving a bus, we're always over speed. Whereas here we're actually under speed. But yeah, here a lot more can go wrong. You know the way. Yeah, in a way, I kind of like access service, but in a way, it might be more interesting to do the actual line because you have to stop at the stations and appreciate the scenery a bit more. But I guess it's nice that this is shorter. Well, then you have to go to Brighton, so I presume it's Gatwick then, maybe a few more stops. But then once you get to Gatwick, then I haven't actually been on the line further down, so it'll all be new to me. How many kilometers is it from Victoria to Brighton? Oh, 18 miles. It was 27 miles, so 27 miles multiplied by 1.6, so 27 divided by... So, yeah, basically 27 divided by 5. 27 divided by 10 is 2.7. By 2 is 5.4. Multiplied by 3 is... I'll just keep an eye here on the signals. 15, 16.2. So 27 and 16.2. So that is 37, 43.2. So that's 43.2 kilometers. So yeah, it's just a bit over halfway. Although I could have just said, because it's the lines... how many miles was it? Was it 50? 50, oh yeah, so 27, yeah, I could have just done it that way, 27 over 50. Which is... 27 by 2, that's 54, yeah, 54%. What did I say, it was 54.2, okay. We had a decimal there with the kilometers. Maybe, yeah, okay, anyway. Speed up, we're losing speed here. Well, there, past the, mind, yeah, there was an announcement there, like, do you see them? At the yellow line, it's like... Train passing by, zooming past at 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers an hour, and they're just like, not a worry in the world. Yeah, clearly the announcement in place, like, mind the gap between the train and the platform. Because I think they played them in the UK as well. They have to, for safety reasons. Obviously, in some countries they don't, but I think the UK is not one of them where they don't. Yeah, you hear the sounds more. I think this uses the AP sounds. Actually, in the exterior, it sounds quite accurate because I know sometimes people complain they don't sound accurate. But this, because I've been on these trains and they can't. Well, inside you can't really hear anything, but outside I think it does sound kind of like how it should. Yeah, good thing I'm not like going so slow because I just had orange signals the whole way through. Yeah. It feels a lot faster than looking on the outside, looking at it zoomed through. "17 miles. Okay, so you have 17 miles to go. So which is... Oh, let's do some maths again. Okay, I guess because you had kilometers per hour. Okay, going how many miles per hour? Going 67 miles. Going 70 miles per hour. So, 17 over... We're going to get 70 miles in an hour. Let's divide 70 by... Let's... Oh, flip. And the speed limit go down. How long is that going to take us? Yeah, how long will it take us? Because, yeah, 17... Oh, now we're going 60. Okay, fine. So, 15 over 60 is easy because that's one quarter, so it should take about 15 minutes. So, yeah. Yeah. We should be there just on time. So, I guess the speed limits are designed perfectly so we can arrive there on time. Yeah, I'll just look at that train go. Listen to her, yeah. Because they say that the Armstrong power car sounds very good, which I mean, I guess some of them apparently doesn't make good sounds. I think it's Vivid Games does it, but yeah, AP do a good job. Yeah, hear me trying to say something about Train Simulator 2. About trains. Is this Croydon? Because yeah, I think Croydon has those big towers now. Come on, those towers look like very little effort was put into those towers. Let's look. I think it said yeah, Croydon. Yeah, you see how I know we passed Croydon. But yeah, I have a feeling some like these ones fine, but these ones they look a bit low effort to be honest. But yeah, those you can recognize. Oh, we're well over speed. Oops. Yeah, you can recognize there the Croydon towers. Yeah, that's a nice change of scenery. So yeah, there's Croydon because yeah, Croydon has a lot of Wait, why am I breaking? No, turn it off. Yeah, Croydon has a lot of high towers like that. Oh, lovely. Oh, the two people us. Ah, there's our colleague, friendly bit. But anyway, I don't think they usually do that on the trains. That's more of a bus thing. Driving significantly over speed limit, now significantly under. Yeah, because the speed limit changes so fast, as you saw there. You're like, oh wow. Look how many stations are there. So when this is stopping in every station, imagine how much longer it takes. I wonder why they give you the Gatwick Express first, maybe because it's shorter in terms of duration, so it's kind of like ease you into it. But yeah, I think some of the criticisms, because I watched some of the reviews for this album before I actually bought it. Now it seems to be mostly positive on Steam, which doesn't tend to be the case with these Train Simulator 2 add-ons, because usually for Train Simulator 2 add-ons, it's usually mixed or negative. But I think it's specifically Rivet Games, they don't seem to always get the best of press. I don't know, people don't seem to think they have a very good quality control. I think that's generally the impression I get just from reading reviews. Well, obviously I don't read all of them, but I kind of read whatever's at the top. Sometimes you do negative, because it's more entertaining to read negative than positive reviews, you know the way. So it's a rant's always more interesting than say like, oh yeah, this is great, you know. It's like, okay, well, tell me about it. Okay, it might be running a bit late now, but luckily the speed limit's increased. What station is this? Yeah, it's going too fast for me to read it through this tiny window. But yeah, this one's mostly positive, so obviously I guess it's a somewhat good sign. But yeah, people are saying that some parts of the line have got paid greater attention than others, and that some people in some places appears to be someone who doesn't have much detail or local knowledge, and has it thus put in as much effort into recreating it as accurately as possible. I think the Brighton has some sea around it, doesn't it? So that's nice, because I always like when there's water around. It's just like adds to the scenery automatically. Oh, is this I think I know the station. I think it was here for what's it called? Putney. Yeah. I don't remember that name, but yeah. At least the stations are fairly accurate. Gatwick's also nice. You see the airplanes flying over. It's nice to have AI planes, especially in Train Simulator 2. You even have them in Odyssey 2, so if you have them in Odyssey 2, you have to have them in TSW 2 or Train Simulator 2. Yeah, the acceleration this is very slow. Like, we're on full throttle and we're still like just stuck at 87 miles per hour for some reason. Oh, because we're in the UK, it's just gonna not show us in kilometers now. That makes sense. I really don't like the Imperial system, metric system all the way. Sorry for anyone that's an Imperial system fan, but the Imperial system just doesn't make any sense really compared to the metric system, which is just so there's an art to it, there's a beauty to it. But yeah, also this runs very well. I just realized that I've had no lag issues with this, and I'm running this on technically below the minimum requirements. So yeah, that's also a nice added bonus. I'm recording this with Shadowplay, so hopefully, it looks decent, because with OBS there tends to be a bit splitting, but this one should work fine. So, this is the kind of optimization you can get with the Unreal Engine for, and it would be nice if, for instance, like with the bus, they could get something like this. Shadow Sim seems to have optimized it well, but in terms of the graphics, whenever I play that, you can see splitting. When I say split, you can kind of see each individual pixel, whereas it's not the case here, as you can see. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna keep it at full power. We will shortly be arriving at Gatwick Airport. But yeah, I used to always like when I was younger, like having these airport maps. So yeah, now here you are. Well, I never played Train Sim World 2 when I was younger. Well, obviously it wasn't out then. I think Train Sim World, the first rendition, wasn't as popular. I think Train Sim World 2 has become more popular. But since they've kind of focused more DLCs on it, and I think slowly they're trying to make it overtake Train Simulator 2022. I know a lot of people prefer Train Simulator 2022 because it's more realistic and all that. I prefer Train Sim World 2. Obviously, maybe it's because I've never really been someone that's mad into trains, or even know much about trains. I kind of prefer the trams, so yeah, I guess I wouldn't notice the specifics, whereas someone that's more knowledgeable and perhaps interested in this kind of area would be like, okay, well, Train Sim World 2 is just, you know, more of a game. I think sometimes people say that about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, although not to the same extent. But sometimes you kind of like the games, the elements, I guess. But yeah, these overlays, for example, are a bit annoying, I know, for viewers, but we're nowhere near advanced enough to be able to drive without them. Ah, hello darkness. Oh, you can't see anything here. I presume they turn on the light. I presume just leave them on the headlights stay running. Wow, this is a... Love, we're in a tunnel now. This is so exciting. And I presume I put them on night running. You can't see anything though, yeah. Okay, folks. Oh, I think we're out. I think we're out. Yes, yes, we see the light of day. It's kind of interesting how dark it looks until you kind of zoom in. There we go. It'll be slightly over speed, but hey. Okay, yeah. Tunnels, no, don't like them. Yeah, see, tunnels, I think if you're a developer, you're like, oh yes, a tunnel, lovely. This is easy. I don't have to build scenery. You're like, okay, let's find a line with a lot of tunnels. Like, yeah, it's a 100-kilometer line, but you know, there's like 50 kilometers as tunnels. Gotcha. And if you're like someone that I guess as a player, like maybe 1 or 2 tunnels is interesting because obviously it spices things up. But then you're like, oh, this is just tunnels. I'm like, this is no scenery. I'm just driving through the pitch black. This is not what I bargained for. I'm gonna have to start slowing down soon. The next signal is at 1.6 miles, so yeah. What's the stopping distance for this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see, because now I think we're on a slight decline. Yeah, we are. You see how you spotted that? Well, I didn't actually look at the 0.5% there dip before I actually looked. Before I was actually kind of saying that. But yeah, see, I have a feeling with with this slide you don't really get to experience the scenery as much because you're going at such high speed. Oh, look, there's a nice lake. You know, it's and obviously just in terms of the view here, I think I wouldn't really like to drive these trains. Your view is very limited. Like this just massive thing blocks everything. Also, I love that you can just if your colleague's annoying, you're like, okay, goodbye. I don't want to see you anymore. But then there's a window there, so you just need to get a curtain. Oh, that was a red signal for a second. I say soon the speed limit will reduce for us to drive, for us to lower speed. Yeah, let's slow down. Now it's gone down to 75. Actually, whenever you're in a train, you notice how, like, if it's especially like these, it goes fast, and then like between the stations, it's slowing down. You can kind of feel it's like and then you kind of guess it's like using this system because obviously they probably use the same like 1, 2, 3, 4 notch. Oh no, why am I? Yeah, because I was doing this as well, the functions weren't working. I was like, how do you do this? How do you do this? I was like, oh, wait a minute. The reason it wasn't working was because... What was the reason? Let me think. The reason it wasn't working was because... the thing wasn't started up. For instance, like, this was only going up to off and wasn't going into the power positions. If door is not closed and interlocked, we open and close firmly. Will do. Okay. Are we approaching? Brighton. Yeah, look at that. The way this display is. It's very bare and it's kind of like in the corner, but yeah. I guess it's kind of hard and it's kind of more of a square shape than a rectangle. It is rectangle, it's very barely a rectangle. Okay. So yeah, do let me know if you want me to do more scenarios. I think I'm going to be doing probably a lot of this. Well, maybe not a lot, but I'll do a few of the scenarios of this train sim world too. Try to add a bit of diversity to the channel because in MC2 scene there's not much happening. I have some videos for MC2. We have the Van Hool series that was released a few days. Van Hool episode, or 1 or 2 that have been released. I have this video probably out soon. I want to do the Rooster Line Shore as well, because obviously that's a Christmas kind of theme, so I might do that in the snow. Probably won't get many views, but I might as well give it a shot now. I need to start slowing down. See, this is the thing, I'm not sure if I need to start slowing down, because the speed limit is 90, but maybe... I don't know what the stopping distance is here. This would guide me. But yeah, I always like these nostalgic lines when you've been on, because you're kind of like, alright, this brings back memories. Yeah, let's start braking, because who knows how long this will take. Yeah, you see, it's not braking very fast, so better be on the safe side. And actually, we're 2.2 miles away, and we're 5 minutes early, so... in some cases, this will be futile because there'll be trains in front. I guess that's why sometimes the trains have to just wait in the middle of the tracks. People are always annoyed by that, but they're like, well, if it's running early, that's what it has to do. Okay, we'll keep it at 60 miles per hour because I have a feeling if I keep going there, we're going to stop too early. You know, the houses near the Gatwick area, you'll be having the planes fly over you the whole time. Probably a bit of a nuisance. Oh, there's a hill. Orange signal soon. Yeah, it's interesting because the trains here now, they're like, well, we'll show people arriving at this station. But I don't recall them doing this in London or in the UK, so Gatwick's not in London, so we're technically... no, it's not in London. It's considered part of London, but it's, like, when I say it's considered part of London, it's like Gatwick Airport is considered the airport of London. But, what station is this? Oh yeah, there you go. There's a plane. Is that an Airbus? No, what plane is that? They clearly had some plane in mind. So I wonder what. Like I presume that. Oh, I was accelerating there. Oops. Oh, no, I wasn't. Because when I moved, the D was just enough. But yeah, I wonder what planes they have in. I presume the liveries they use, like the based when I say liveries, the planes they use is based on whoever gave them permission for cheapest or free. Oh, look at that. Is that wheat fields? No, that's just. I think those are just weeds. Yeah, now we need to make sure we stop in time because there is a red signal. So yeah, we are actually okay. Look at that for once. Usually I'm very late. I'm running very late, but here we've abided by the speed limits, and I think we're. Is that when the duty arrived? Okay, so we're actually early. That is a. I think that's an Airbus A330. I want to say. Oh, this is a very long train. I forgot. Yeah, I guess in this case when there's a red signal, it's better to brake too harshly and be slightly before rather than brake too lightly and pass the red signal. Yeah, I'm playing it safe. Okay. Because yeah, you don't really notice the braking much on this. Ah, see, it's this thing, because they have these things, that's how they connect the trains up, because they connect it from the front as well. And you can even hear the planes, that's a nice little addition, you know, hearing them fly over. But yeah, we're running so early, that's not too much of a problem if you just crawl along here, and the passengers are like, why is this train teasing me? Okay. Yeah. No, not too bad. So yeah, now we have to wait here for 4 minutes. Well, yeah, our signal's going to be stuck here for 4 minutes, so... Let's just have a look around the cab. Maybe some people will be happy. This actually, yeah, this station, Gatwick Airport, they've done it justice because this is what Gatwick Airport looks like, the station. Many of you probably have been here, but yeah, I am impressed. It looks nice. It looks exactly, this building is exactly how it is. But yeah. Oh yeah, sometimes on Gatwick Airport, especially if you're flying during the Christmas period, it's a nightmare. But yeah, this also thing is, as part of rush hour simulation, it simulates there being more people. I don't know if the switch, probably the dead man switch will turn on. But you know, what's the word? Yeah, so that kind of thing, I guess. But people were saying that you can only feel that rush in London Victoria, not in the other stations. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm liking this route. It's a nice route, and it's nice to have a route that I've actually been on and actually am familiar with, rather than a route that I've been like, I've never done this. I don't know what this does. And you go under. Look at that. That's kind of 2D. This looks like, I think this is just a PNG, isn't it? It's actually just a. Because I don't really know how the object works in these. Oh, look at that. The rail is like a 3D object. I don't really know how this works on Train Sim World 2. I mean, sorry, not Train Sim World 2. The Unreal Engine 4. It's interesting how it works there, the asset creation. Warning. Couple of surfaces hot. That's not the highest resolution, but who's really going to be looking under there? Load passengers. So yeah, I'm just going to keep the doors open because we have to wait until 9:12. So there's no point of closing the doors in case someone decides to get on. Yeah, you can see here on time 9:12. So it's every hour. Oh no, it's not. It's every half an hour. Oh yeah, because it's first, second, third. Oh, that one's on time. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really liking this sound. I have to say this might be my favorite Train Sim World 2 route. There's the Bakerloo line, but I don't know, the Bakerloo line. It's meh. Like, you know, it's mostly underground. There's a large overground section, I guess, but yeah. The plane's flying over, so yeah, the runway is probably just somewhere there, but I think the Gatwick Airport's quite big, so there's probably more runways out there. Okay, let's actually, let's go inside here for a second. So this is our train. Yeah, no one's travelling towards Brighton. Well, this is very profitable. I wonder if they'll introduce like a mass mod of this. Okay, let's get going. So yeah, 4 minutes we've wasted at the station. So let's close the doors.
Television and remote video is in use at this station for your personal safety and security.
There you go. Those are the nice announcements. But yeah, it's nice, I guess, to be virtually in London rather than yeah. It's actually sometimes I'd be in London at this time of year. So yeah, now I technically still am, but was that an HE4, HE80? Yeah, green signal. Sorry, for a second I went. I just assumed the signal would go green exactly. Oh yeah, it is forward. Sorry, I was getting confused here. Oh no, what have I done? But yeah, it's nice that. What's the word? It is nice, you know, kind of gets to be revisited virtually now. This part now is all new to me. I haven't actually been. I think I might have been to. I have been to Brighton, I think, but I didn't take the train down. So, yeah, drove down. So, I wouldn't actually know this part of the route. But yeah, 22 miles. Yeah, as you can see there. Next stop is Brighton. So yeah, sometimes Express is nice when you're short on time, but we will definitely be doing the commuter line. We'll do it sometime with the rain as well. I would stream this, but as you all know, my PC tends to be a bit on the. I just struggle to stream this. So in terms of streams, you just generally have to stream obviously. Could stream NIMBY Rails, I guess. But that series kind of just involves me having to follow a map and that kind of thing. But yeah, I guess it'd be nice to do it from do the line from Brighton to what's the word, to London Victoria. But yeah, now we're kind of in the deep countryside. Oh yeah, I want to get a screenshot of the plane flying over, but I think we missed that opportunity, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know why it always loads in here. And I can't close the doors. Well, those doors are just gonna stay open. When they're not closed, they close automatically. That's why. That makes sense. You don't have to close them yourself. Yeah, obviously, because someone's just gonna walk through them. They're like, I don't care. Let them do their own thing. But yeah, these taxi trains are nice to travel on. They're not bad. Okay. I wonder if people would like to see this as a passenger. Might do that as well. Might do recording this as a passenger. The problem with these videos, I take up a lot of space on my hard disk, but then I just I'll upload them and delete them. Because within video shall play, yeah, it takes up a lot of. This video will probably be like 10 gigabytes. And usually it's gonna be like uploading this for an hour or two. Yeah, so Yeah, see, these are like the sophisticated rail networks. When I say sophisticated, it's the efficiently designed ones. Here, especially in the Celtic Tiger states, there's one like you have the station, but then you have the bypass, so the express line. Oh, never mind. Never mind, it's not. Well, I guess it's the bypass. You have a lot of platforms, so this is probably where the fast trains pass. Sometimes you have platforms that trains don't actually go through. You see how slow the acceleration is now? 3 miles and we're only on 85. Well, actually, remember that's fast, yeah. It feels a lot faster when you're doing the real thing. Here in Train Sim World 2, the speed doesn't feel as fast, you know. Zero, because when I'm to 2, it kind of feels faster. I think it's also to do with like the louder the engine, the faster it feels. It gives the illusion of power, I guess. It's an association thing. What's all this stuff with the A, B, C, D, E, all these letters? Okay, we gotta reduce the power soon. Yeah, it's like telling me driving over on the speed limit. I'm like, it's not my choice. Yeah, what does it give you AP when you drive under the speed limit? I wonder. But this actually might be the first thing I've completed well. But see, I think also it's easier with these express lines, because with these express lines, you're not gonna get, you know, with the other lines at the stations, you get held back at one station. Everything like from there gets worse because obviously, there's the more stations there are, the more opportunities for things to go wrong. Because with an express line, like there's 2 stops, okay, fine. A bit later, Gatwick Airport, we can easily make it up because we can easily go high speed. Whereas if you're traveling, for instance, if you're on oh, there's a viaduct. If you're going at like I don't know. If you're going at what's the word? Yeah, I've forgotten. Anyway, I think it'd be nice to have the Dublin Belfast line in this, because then you'd have you'd have like Northern Ireland and Ireland. I will say a bit over speed. Yeah, this seems to be slightly downhill, so going back, be struggling a bit for power. Because yeah, with rails, the gradients do make a big difference. You do struggle a bit. This train I think was in Train Sim World, the original, because there's some line in Train Sim World, because I remember driving this train before, then it added back in Train Sim World too. So sometimes they seem to recycle trains or just add in libraries. There's actually an add-on I saw, and it's a bit ridiculous if you ask me. It's like the Arosa line tour, right? Not the actual that's been out for a while, but it's like some sort of anniversary pack. It's like I think it's like €10, €11, because there's some sort of 10% discount, and for that it gives you like 5 repaints and like some sort of scenario. I'm like, who's gonna pay €10 for some liveries and for like some snow? Because I think people can actually do the I think people can make their own repaints for this. So it's kind of like an opposite too. It's like, oh, here's some London bus repaints. That'll be 50. That'll be €10. I'm like, oh yeah, here's the scenario. It's like, then I'll add in a scenario opposite too. Oh yeah, let's say that bridge is closed, so the tree has to go via the bridge at the 12th leg. So like, yep, €10 for that. Like, no, thank you. And the thing is, I don't even think the Roast line tours are that popular. But maybe there'll be a few people that buy it. But yeah, I don't really think these things tend to be too profitable. Because it's just a bit like, seriously, come on now. For some repaints, like with games, DTG, you can do a bit better than that. I just think it's madness, like, you know, for a repaint. Because like repaints aren't that hard to make compared to, you know, an actual map or an actual train. And so you're like, come on, seriously? If that's the best that you got, you know. If any of you ever watched like that ARPB's Epic Rap Battles of History, someone like Trump, Mr. Clinton, is like, there's a good line to that, but it's like one's like, if that's the best that I think it's like, if that's the best the party can do, then my party should quit or something like that. Yeah. So basically, if that's the best you can do, you should get out of the game, like, you know. But yeah, because obviously, I think that's like one of the first ones of the repaints, and that probably indicates where the things are going. Yeah, this is the problem. It's a bit annoying, kind of locked everything out. They just tried to make this a bit of a cash cow. But again, like we have now stuff like SimRail that's coming out. So obviously this stuff should put in some competition. I'm not sure if there's going to be a route editor in this. And also the great thing about SimRail, I think it's nice that it uses the Unity engine. So it's nice because I think it's good when you have a bit of you don't have stuff using the same engine, because everything uses the bloody everything uses that Unreal engine for it, and it's fine. But sometimes you kind of want a different engine. Because obviously the Unreal Engine 4 has some limitations that will be experienced throughout all these simulators. So I guess it's nice to be able to have something to compare it to. But yeah, Unity seems to be used a bit more by indie devs as well sometimes. Because the Unreal Engine 4 also seems to be used more by like, you know, DTGs are like not really as big as an indie, say, like people who are working on Simrail. There's this game that someone gave me a key to, just randomly emailed me. What was it called? Skid Cities. That was made with the Unity engine. A lot of mobile phone games are actually made with Unity engine. Yeah, this is not very exciting. I'm just sitting here and just the train's going. So yeah, good thing I'm talking because like you will probably be bored. Because you're just like observing. Yeah, it's interesting. These always say like 24 hours of playtime. With the scenarios, which is interesting because there's a general rule. This is like a loose rule, and I've said this many times. I know, so sorry for risk of repeating myself. But you know, it's like €1 per hour of gameplay. So if there's only 24 hours of gameplay, the add-on should be £24, €24. It should not be €30. You see, so there's the catch. But again, I don't think many people will be aware of that rule. So I guess that's what they're banking on. Maybe they're not even aware of that rule. That must be some sort of terminus. And this one's nice because it's showing enough so you can have visibility. But actually when you're inside the cabin, obviously you don't because there's no front window there. Okay, 11 miles to go, so we are nearly there. Yeah, exciting. So how long is this line? So we left at, I'm trying to think what time. I think we left at 9. What time did we leave at? It was 8:55. So it's 42 minutes, I think. See, I can't actually remember what time in game time, yeah. Yeah, I think we might actually be early at the station, but hey, well, if we're early, we're early. Because we're going 90 miles per hour. We have 10 miles to go. So 90 over 60. Oh well, if we divide 90 by let's just divide 90 by probably 6, because that way we can do it in 10 minutes. We can think in 10 minutes, so that's 3, and then 9 into 30 is 27. So that's 3, so that's 33. Wait, what? So 90 divided by 6 is not 33. What am I thinking of? No, it's 13. So it's 13. Then some remainder there. Fine. So it basically doing what 30 will be. It takes us 10 minutes to travel 13 miles. So we arrive there at 9:32. If we keep at this speed, obviously the speed limit changes. That will change. But yeah, if we continue at this speed, we'll be there at 9:32 roughly. I'm not really sure what the point of that waypoint is. Like, tell me it's 9.1 miles. Like, if I'm 9 miles away, like, you know, like, there's no point of you pointing to me. Oh yeah, it's somewhere over there. Like, you don't need to point to me that to me when I actually can see the epoxy thing. You know the way. Yeah, watch just zoom past the station. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. That was just well, who knows how many people will be watching this because obviously we have the dips in this is technically the dip area, but nonetheless, here we are continuing ahead. And yeah, we're 6 miles away, so yeah, as you can see, we'll probably arrive there even a bit earlier. Maybe the yeah. I wonder how accurate the speed and stuff here is. Okay, slowly but surely we are getting there. Oh, look at that! Is that like a castle tunnel? That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool, pretty neat, isn't it? Come on, yeah, can't deny that. Yeah, I mean we don't even bother going at 90 miles per hour because we're gonna be very early. But this is the terminus, so we can just cut it short. Yeah. Maybe the timetables are this are generous, eh? Yeah. Those like lights also, yeah, it just keeps moving further and further. Like the lighter shades down the tunnel. Okay. There's a yellow signal. So hopefully that's nothing major. Oh, that's a field. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, I'm in collision course there. Not a field, it's kind of just like grass and also viaducts. The viaducts are always nice. They're just like a iconic piece of architecture, I guess. That's a very high viaduct, yeah. But yeah, you get them a lot across the older rail lines. Because this one, how old is this London Brighton line? I think it's old enough, isn't it? Oh, that's strange. You usually get those kind of like barriers at a motorway rather than a you know train line. Yeah, the gradient again is helping us a bit. We'll probably have to start slowing down. So probably at 3 miles we'll start slowing down. But yeah, I guess in some sense, like you know, for the areas like this, look at the tunnels, and then with like just the trees, like all the business here is trees. Like not too many assets you have to place, and like the hill kind of hides all the scenery. So yeah, this is like a fairly easy bit to make, I guess. This is not slowing down. Oh, I'm on the power section. Bloody hell! Why was I powering up? Wonder why they had those like little engraves there. You know, when it's like the track's engraved rather than like outside. It's actually interesting how the train tracks work because basically the ingrain is not actually meant to touch it, so that's why whenever you're turning you hear it squeaking. It's because it's not actually meant to touch the track. It's kind of like a guide that just so it stays on the track. Let's say you know how the wheels like has a. I'll show you now what I mean. Yeah. You see how it has a section that's like on the goes underneath the groove. That's kind of that's meant to be what's the word? That's just there to kind of keep the train on tracks. So that's why you hear the squeaking. It's like oh well, so that's not what it sounds like. But you hear the screeching whenever it's turning. So yeah. Also, obviously, especially in the holiday countries, when it gets hot and then gets cold, it's metal, so it expands and then it contracts, which also causes screeching. There's some physics for you guys. And that's interesting how the fence kind of just appears like that. Okay, yeah, we're approaching now the city. How many cars is on this? 12? Completely overkill, like we're basically carrying fresh air. Yeah, but this like the southern line must take much longer. Much longer. Oh, I need to start slowing down. You have 1 mile to go. Yeah, we're here, folks. This is Brighton. That's the whole 80 kilometers. Yeah, just see how fast trains are. You travel 80 kilometers in such a short time frame. But yeah, this is where the tracks become split and become very well, not complicated, but like, oh, that hill doesn't look like it's the. Yeah, I'm not too impressed with that hill. It just doesn't. It just feels a bit like lazy at the end. Like, I don't know. Oh, there's a red signal. Shoot. Yeah, this is not good. I have to put the emergency brake. That red signal snuck up on me. Yeah, because like the last thing you want to do is like fail the scenario because of a poxy red signal. Like that would just be soul crushing. You know, just like one last red signal, and there it is. And there's another Gatwick Express. Yeah, I think also if you own like this, if you own some lines in this, I think there's some more AI you might see. Yeah, we've started a bit too early, but it's nothing major now. Yeah, that's because look how early we are. Yeah, that's why. So, we're probably gonna have to wait here for like 5 minutes, because yeah, this is what happens when you run early. Look at the length of this train, bloody hell. There's Brighton, all the houses. It's all the same houses place, but yeah, it's short because on there's a second line, and obviously you can make. I wonder if you can make it bigger. Like you probably can script it, like make them different fonts. This is strange. I was gonna say this is a terminus, but clearly not, because this track is just dead end. So probably back in the day used to lead somewhere. So yeah, folks, apologies that now we're gonna be waiting here for like 7 minutes. It's a bloody pain. I know. Actually, contact signaler. Denied. Wait for signal change. Okay, thank you very much. How generous. Yeah. So yeah, that signal's not. It's gonna take ages. So the way the scenarios are made is like it just changes with the signal. I think that's sometimes maybe why there's issues with the signals in Freeboom. Maybe not. Maybe not. I wonder if there's a depot included in this. Where do they keep these trains? Yeah, who knows? I don't think there's anything been mentioned about depots like in this. Well, yeah, see, this is the thing, because obviously the platforms are tight, so like trains just have to wait. So yeah, I guess explains now. Whenever they're early, they just wait at the station on this, like all this excitement. So yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's not much more to say. There's under the train, never as detailed. Oh wow. Look at those pictures. Oh, there goes the Southern service. Maybe maybe that's the Woodbridge Drive. That's the slow version. So yeah. I think maybe the reason why this line is so expansive, because this apparently is one of the most anticipated lines for TSW2, even though it's already in train somewhere 2022. So it's kind of like you want to make sure you get this one right and do as good as possible with this, because good reviews of this will be a massive help to TSW2. Yeah, but now there's a pack with this, so you can get it with Train World 2 for 50, which is but like Train World 2 now is dirt cheap because it always goes on sale, because it's like 70-80% off, I think. Yeah, well, it's kind of like the same thing that ETS2 does, because obviously the reason you have to do that is because everything's payware, and most stuff is payware. You kind of want to entice people to get the DLCs, and the way you do that is you give them the base game very cheap. Okay, this signal I presume will go green in around 8:35, so in about 2 minutes. So yeah, hopefully. Let's nudge forward a bit. Yeah. We'll stop here. Okay. We've killed about 40 seconds now doing that, so yeah. How exciting. How exciting. Yeah, it's interesting because with some trains and special procedures, actually a crash in France. And the reason it happened is because someone pressed emergency brakes. And then what has to happen there is the best emergency brakes. Oh, you have to go to platform 3. That's the platform grand. There's some sort of thing with the air pressure that has to be fixed, and they didn't know that happened. So basically meant that it couldn't stop us. I can't remember. It was in seconds from disaster. Probably a lot of you haven't seen it because there's not many train crashes in that. I wonder if they still make seconds from disaster. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so it was 1 minute earlier than I thought it would turn green. Yeah, it was a mix up there for a second. And I was thinking of something else, but yeah. Here we are at Brighton. We made it, hey? So yeah, that's the Gatwick Express. 2 stations. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? But yeah, oh, there's some sort of thing to place, you know. I never really engage with those games yourself things, will they? I guess it's just add more playability to the game. But yeah, this is it. It's not bad, I guess. Like the standard areas were London, Victoria, Croydon, and Gatwick. Those are the ones that kind of like stand out as more interesting scene. I think Brighton probably as well, but I don't think I've been to this part. Oh, flip. Break. Yeah, oh, that was close. You get distracted there, and then that happens. Now I'm gonna crawl. Look at this. This is like crawling. Come on. Oh, for flip's sake. Okay, folks, that is it. Thank you for watching, and let's take a look at the train from the outside. So here we are at Brighton. What a journey. Now this probably goes to do the return. I'm not sure what time it's scheduled to do the return, which we are not doing. Oh, why people getting on? It still says Brighton, but yeah, that is it. This is the Brighton main line. Oh, it's got the same bias as in the UK, in London. But yeah, that was a nice journey. It's a very nice. I like. It's a nice route, yeah. Well, that's first class. But yeah, there we go. Scenario completed. Ta-da! Performance evaluation. Let's see. Your speed. So yeah, generally on the speed here, not too bad. Here we did well. So yeah, once you got the gist of it. So performance graph due 9:10, actual 9:08. So yeah, 2 minutes early both times. But yeah, folks, that's the Brighton main line. I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely doing more of this. Do let me know how much more you want to see of this. I know I'm late to the party. This has been out now for 3 or 4 months. But you know, it's gone entail for such a drastic reduction already. And this was a line that I have been keeping an eye on. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll just make the plunge and get it. So yeah, folks, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, that kind of thing. Keep in touch with Discord, I guess. Bye for now. Until next time.